Mark Cuban's recent actions could come off as really confusing for a lot of Dogecoin holders. His actions just prove that even the best in the business sometimes make mistakes. Let's talk about it. Hello guys and welcome back to Crypto Fire, where we talk about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, and investing. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $100 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment on your favorite cryptocurrency. Read our description for more info about it. Now, let's get started with today's video. Before we talk about what he did today, let's talk about everything he's been saying about Doge and crypto in the past few weeks. If you don't know, Cuban is a wealthy American entrepreneur and businessman with a net worth of $4.3 billion. He's the owner of Dallas Mavericks, a basketball team that has sold thousands of items with Dogecoin as a payment method. This week, he said that Dogecoin holders should do their proper research before investing anything into Doge. He added that you shouldn't invest simply because a friend told you to do so. This raised a lot of concerns and made a lot of people think if he's going to stop supporting Dogecoin. I'll come back to this in a minute. But first, let's take a look at other things he's been saying related to crypto. He recently said that the US government and regulators must begin participating in cryptocurrency marketplaces or risk losing the next great growth engine. According to him, cryptocurrencies will eventually surpass traditional enterprises since they do not require cash or income from investors and creators. He even stated that banks should be scared about the growth of cryptocurrencies, and then he recently invested in DClimate, a decentralized network for climate data. Cuban's investment followed a $3.5 million seed round in April, led by Coin Fund and Multicoin Capital. His investment basically indicated that he is listening to the environmental concerns that Elon Musk has been talking about. It proved that he sees blockchain technology and smart contracts as a way to ensure reliability and transparency of weather data. But today, he called for the regulation of DeFi, which is pretty confusing. So, here's what happened. The value of stablecoin, called Titan, dropped to zero on Wednesday. It dropped from around $64 to around zero. And he was a Titan holder. If you didn't know, decentralized finance and stablecoins have always been on the top of his mind. Mark Cuban was one of the liquidity suppliers on QuickSwap, which is a decentralized exchange. On June 13, he published a blog saying great things about DeFi innovation and Titan. DeFi is basically short for decentralized finance. It's used as an umbrella term for applications in the crypto world. Talking about regulating it, he said, "If you are looking for a lesson learned, the real question is the regulatory one. There should be regulation to define what a stablecoin is and what collateralization is acceptable. Should we require $1 in US currency for every dollar or define acceptable collateralization options? Where collateralization is not one-to-one, should the math of the risks have to be clearly defined for all users and approved before release? Probably given stablecoins most likely need to get to hundreds of millions or more in value in order to be useful, they should have to register." Basically, he said that regulation should be put in place to clarify what a stablecoin is and what collateralization is allowed. Some people criticized him for asking for regulation only after he lost all this money. I'm talking about this because of a number of reasons. The first one is that, if Mark Cuban can lose a lot of money investing in crypto, then so can you. So, you should definitely do proper research before getting into it. The second reason is that, I just find it a bit absurd that he is perhaps the biggest supporter of cryptocurrencies, Dogecoin and DeFi, and he is asking for DeFi regulation. He's obviously doing this because he lost a lot of money, which is understandable. But what's absurd is that he was saying amazing things about DeFi only 2 days prior to this. Do you think he's going to change his stance about Dogecoin too? Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Now, let's talk about some pretty interesting things that happened today. So, according to a recent study, the number of UK adults who own cryptocurrencies has increased to around 2.3 million. The median holding has increased from £260 to £300 in a single year, with the largest one holding around £7 million. Meanwhile, the average investment profile was largely male, over 35, and in the AB social grade. And another research revealed that over 20% of buyers were motivated by a fear of missing out. and 1 in 7 were even going into debt to pay their Bitcoin purchases. What's really interesting is that this comes despite the many warnings from authorities and the Bank of England's governor. If you don't know, the governor said that Bitcoin had no intrinsic value at all. He said that you should only buy Bitcoin if you're prepared to lose all your money. Earlier this year, he also linked Bitcoin's rise to past financial bubbles such as Tulip Mania and the South Sea Bubble. Basically, he said that it's a high-risk commodity. Now, I find this fascinating because the people are choosing to listen to the media and their friends over what the governor is saying. The FOMO is real, guys. It's having a huge impact on them, and I see the number increasing a lot higher than just 2.3 million Brits. Now, let's talk about El Salvador for a minute. After it was announced that they're accepting Bitcoin as legal tender, the crypto money transfers nearly quadrupled in May. This is pretty amazing because this proves two things. First is that people are embracing this decision. And the second is that, as more countries accept Bitcoin and Dogecoin as legal tender, it's going to have a huge impact on transactions, and then on price. And on top of this, another country has come into the picture. So, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey recently retweeted a post from Project Mono. This project is run by a group attempting to persuade the Ethiopian government to consider mining and storing Bitcoin. Their Twitter followers have more than doubled after receiving this endorsement from Jack Dorsey. In the past, Ethiopia have had a proactive approach to cryptocurrency regulation. Back in 2018, the government struck a deal with Cardano, which allowed Ethiopian engineers to use blockchain technology for the country's agritech business. And in April, the government began collaborating with Cardano's research and development department to build a tamper-proof record of 5 million kids' educational performance. So, considering all this, I wouldn't be surprised to read pretty soon that Ethiopia has started accepting Bitcoin too. But that's not it. There's yet another country that could join El Salvador soon. So, Rejala Hellman, who's the member of the Congress in Paraguay, said today that he intends to present new Bitcoin and cryptocurrency laws within the next month. Yes, he's going to do this in July itself. He said, "This is Paraguay. In July we legislate." He earlier hinted at new Bitcoin laws in early June, when he said the government will start a project with Bitcoin and PayPal. This makes me really excited. I'd love to know what you think about this. So, leave a comment below. Another great thing that happened for Dogecoin was that the president of Coinbase said today that people should seriously not forget about Doge. He said that, "If crypto has taught us anything, it's never to dismiss a good meme that could later manifest into more concrete progress. As I've been saying, it's about the potential rather than where it is right now." He also said that 90% of the NFTs are going to lose their value by 2026, which is pretty alarming. However, he also said that cryptocurrency has the potential to generate as much employment that the internet did. So I think all these signs are looking pretty good for Dogecoin. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye, take care.